Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Varsity Roundtable, a weekly look at high school sports in the Fox Valley area and the only live online high school sports talk show in the state. I'm Ricardo, Arguello, part of the USA Today Network digital live stream team. We are here in an amazing high definition atop the 222 building, the 10th floor to be more exact, downtown Appleton. And this week, our focus shifts to girls basketball. We're in the winter season, and we're proud to have a pair of great athletes from the number one ranked team in the state, according to WisSports.net. We have from the Hortonville Polar Bears, directly to my left, Kamy Peppler. Kamy, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
And then to her left, we have Lyric Johnson. Lyric, there you go. Come on, do a little bit. There we go. The girls are on hand to talk about the great start to the season that they've had and maybe some of the expectations they have for this great team that they have in terms of conference, possibly a long, lengthy postseason run. But like we do before every show, I want to let everyone know that we are live and interactive. So if you have any questions or comments, please log into that live chat, which should be next to the viewer if you're watching on your laptop or your tablet or anything like that. We have Brett Christopherson over there behind the Dell computer getting those questions over to us right away. Don't forget about Jim Rosandick over there holding it down on the production end and saving us from a possible more trouble there on the technical end. Way to go, Rosie. You figured it out. But like I do before every show, if you're going to ask questions or do any comments, let's keep it on girls basketball. Guys, don't be asking for numbers or anything like that. This isn't that kind of a show. We're here to talk basketball, like I say before every show. Kamy and Lyric, we had that the first couple episodes. People asking for numbers. We're sorry. We're not helping you out that way. So what I want to do is let's get some, a brief introduction, I guess, directly to my left. Kamy, if you can let everyone know the position or positions that you play and how you got into playing hoops. Go ahead.
My name's Kamy Peppler. I play point guard, shooting guard at Hortonville High School. How I got into hoops, I played quite a few sports when I was younger, but basketball was definitely the one that I knew I wanted to pursue in the future. I think just being in the gym with my dad late nights, early mornings was definitely one of the reasons why I fell in love with the game. That definitely made me realize that I wanted to keep playing that game. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, great. How about for you, Lyric? Go ahead and let us know position or positions you play and how you got into playing hoops. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say I play probably kind of everywhere. Mainly my main position, though, I'd be a forward. And similar to Cam's answer, I would say that I just kind of grew up playing it, started in, first grade playing Y basketball and then just grown from there. Like she said, early mornings, with her and her dad in the gym, just grew from there and to where we are now.
All right, great stuff. Again, if you have any comments or questions, just log into that live chat. Again, Brett will help us with that. He'll let us know when we get any of those questions. It could be billions watching us, by the way, ladies, if, Russia's checking in or whatever. Let's start right away. When I say you ladies are top ranked in the state, what goes through your mind, Kamy?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's just a ranking. We don't really pay attention to those. We classify those as our team, as distractions. So we just mainly focus on our team. Yes, we're competing against another team, but our real competition is against ourselves. So just coming in every single day, ready to compete and get better is really the main focus.
Wow, Lyric, anything to add to that?
No, I would agree with that. We play to a standard, not the scoreboard. Doesn't matter who we're playing or who the opponent is. We come in ready to go, and it starts in practice. Always competing against each other in practice, and that leads to being ready to go then in the games.
So for example, when I have my weekly rankings, that's a distraction to you, is what you're saying. Is that how you see it there, Kim?
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't really pay attention to them.
Burn. Sick burn. No, good stuff. Okay, no, that's actually kind of the stuff I want to hear from athletes that, my rankings are more for fans and for maybe your parents to get all upset about. But, yeah, good answer. All right, Brett, let me know when we have something from online. If we can just kind of start about this great start to the season that you've had. That's the number one reason why you guys are number one ranked. Have talent and then the fast start. You ladies beat Germantown, the defending D1 state champ. Everyone knows about KK Arnold. She's going to UConn, all that kind of stuff. Boy, that had to feel good being able to get a win like that on your resume. We'll start with Lyric on that because you actually had to defend KK Arnold. What did that win mean to you and the rest of the girls?
Yeah, I'd say it definitely meant a lot, seeing the growth from last year, because obviously we lost to them this, previous year, and then this year to come in and just start fast and right away just put them out of the game. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to play in the game. and like guarding her, like I knew I had like faith in my teammates. Like Cam stepped up and took like 2 or 3 charges on her. Like everybody else did so well on the team. Like I just had to slow her down, but it was just a lot of fun to play in. And
Cam, you've been a 4-year starter. What's your thoughts on that too? Because you've kind of seen great teams over these last 4 years, and for you to get that win, what did it mean to you?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a great win, great team win. I just had all the trust, all the faith in my teammates. I knew we were going to start out strong that game, and it was just really fun to compete. That game was just one of the most fun games I've played in. The intensity was unreal, and it just starts in practice. The intensity and the competitiveness at practice, it transfers over the game, and I think it was really put on display during that game.
That's Kamy Peppler. That's Lyric Johnson right next to her, and they are 2 members of the top-ranked girls basketball team in Division 1, according to WisSports.net. That's the Hortonville Polar Bears. Brett, do you have anything online? Well, let me tell you, we mentioned about you being a 4-year starter. And I think, Lyric, did you also start your freshman year? So you're 2 pair of 4-year starters. How different do you feel as seniors? What's that feel like? You ladies probably, all 4 years you guys had tremendous teams. But what's it feel like, Kamy, now being one of the senior captains when not too long ago you were just the incoming freshman?
Yeah, definitely stepping up in that leadership role. It started last year. Just learning from the previous leaders that we had, and then also just being a senior. There's something about it, like knowing that there's no more next year. Like, this is the year, this is your last year. It's definitely really pushes you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lyric, what do you have to add to that in terms of being the senior captain now and the senior kind of leading the way?
Yeah, I would say what she said. Like, I don't want to look back on like practices or outside of practice and like wish I would have given more. Like, no matter how the end result, like however the season ends, like I want to look back and know like I did as much as I could. I was enough of a leader to like be satisfied with how the season ended. So like just starting in practice, like being a leader in every drill, like being locked in every day, every practice. So.
Fantastic. That's Lyric Johnson. That's Kamy Peppler, part of Hortonville girls basketball team. Brett, do we have a comment or question from online? What do you got?
We got a couple for both. This is from Biggest Fan. Okay, Biggest Fan. What games are you most excited for this year?
We'll have Kamy start with that and then Lyric.
All right. I definitely am one of them. I'd say Appleton East for sure.
Sure.
They're a great team. It'll just be really competitive, and it's a game I'm looking forward to.
Okay. Lyric?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, that's going to be a fun game to, like, match up and see how we are with them. I would also add in, like, Kimberly and, like, Notre Dame because those are 2 teams we lost to last year.
Okay.
Just to see our growth and see where we are now. So.
Okay. Outstanding stuff. Brett, you said you had something else.
Yeah, this one's for Kamy. I'm not going to say who it's from, but I think she'll figure it out when I ask. Who is your favorite sibling, and don't lie?
Pilot.
Pilot's the brother, right? The younger brother?
This is from Callie.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
So.
We kind of knew Callie trying to get some love.
Callie, I like you too sometimes. Sometimes.
Nice. All right, good stuff. Again, here with Hortonville girls basketball players. They're the top-ranked team in the state in Division 1. Again, that's Kamy Peppler, Lyric Johnson. FVA, you kind of mentioned it. It's looking to be wild, and I know that we're excited about this upcoming season because of the great it's a good conference overall, but then it's really top-heavy, right? I mean, you see some great teams up there. Lyric, you mentioned it. Kimberly, Appleton East. Some of these other teams have some very good players. And Nina, obviously, we know they're a young team and have some outstanding players. What's that look for? Is that I guess, goal number 1? Kamy, we'll start with you on this. When you're putting together your goals for the season, is it to win that hard of a conference, and make sure you guys come out as champs?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely an awesome opportunity to be in such a great conference. But, yeah, I'd say winning conference and just coming out and competing every single game, no matter what, no matter the opponent. But, yeah, I'd say that's one of the goals.
Lyric, does it keep you on your toes having to play so many good teams in the conference? You really – not that you would take a night off. Believe me, Coach Rack, I'm not saying that. But you can't take a night off anyway, even when it comes to anything in the FVA, right?
Yeah, no, I'd say being in the FVA, like, the past 4 years has definitely helped us. Like, even in playoffs and stuff, like, when we were D2, like it definitely helped us playing against D1 teams to like practice against that and like get like reps like playing in a close game. So then when we got to like playoffs and stuff, it definitely helped us because we'd been in those tight games. We knew how to respond to like adversity and stuff. So I say it's definitely great that we're in it. I love that we have all the tough games, and so yeah.
Okay, great stuff. Brett, did you have? All right, Cyber World, what do you got, Brett?
This is a good one for both from FVA fan. We've heard from that person from time to time. Does Coach Radka still play a mean game of basketball?
Okay, we'll start with Lyric on that and go over to Kamy.
I would say yeah. Like she'll shoot and stuff in like some of the drills and stuff, and she's definitely got a good jump shot. She's got a good shot. You can tell she's definitely played before. So.
Kamy, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely think she does. She's, I'd say, humble about it, but I definitely know she's still.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Brett, do you have something else?
Yeah, biggest fan back. What do you think makes the team so special and different this year?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, for you guys have had great teams the last 5 years or so, it seems. We'll start with Kamy on this one and go to Lyric. What makes this version of the Polar Bears so special?
I'd say just like the chemistry. We have pretty much. We lost one senior last year, so we have everyone returning, and then also with Rainey, she's a freshman. She came in this year. Definitely, yeah, the chemistry. Just from the start, the way we play together is really special, and yeah, I'd say.
Lyric, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would agree with her. Like the chemistry and like just the experience, like how she said that we only had one senior that graduated. Like everybody's had reps, they've had experience at it. Like, and all 4 of us seniors have been on varsity for 4 years now,
Okay.
so we know what to expect. We know how to like help everybody else and be better leaders. So I think that's definitely like influential and helpful for us with just our experience right now.
All right, great stuff. Again, that's Lyric Johnson. That's Kamy Peppler, Hortonville girls basketball top-ranked Polar Bears in Division 1, according to WithSports.net. Brett, you have one more question
I
from
actually
online?
got 2 more if we can
Okay,
squeeze them
let's
in.
do it up.
FVA fan back, you kind of, I think Lyric might have referenced it, but thoughts on possibly playing in Division 1 this season?
Yeah, you moved up. You moved up from D2 to D1. Good, bad. How do you feel about that overall? We'll start with Lyric and go to Kamy on that.
Honestly, like, doesn't make a difference to me. For D1 or D2, like, our goal is obviously to go all the way, like, be our best that we can be, play to a standard. Like, D1 or D2, it's not about who we're lining up against or our opponent. It's about us. It's about playing to a standard. So, like, doesn't matter if we're playing a D1 team or playing a D5 team. Like, we have to show up. We have to show up ready to compete.
Good stuff. Kamy, thoughts?
Yeah, I completely agree with everything she's saying. It's not about the opponent.
Okay.
We'll compete against whoever we play.
Okay, good stuff. And you said there was another one?
There's a bunch coming in, but let's do one more.
Okay.
Polar Bear fan for both. Who's your favorite player to play against?
We're talking non-teammate now. Okay, we'll start with Kamy and go to Lyric on that.
I'd say probably Emily LaChapelle and Lily Hansford. I'm just saying both of them.
Okay.
Because we obviously play them every single year because they're in our conference, but also just because I got to play with them during AAU.
Okay.
So just being able to play with them and then play against them has been really fun.
Okay, how about for you, Lyric?
Yeah, I would agree with that, like, those two. And then I would also add Logan in there from East. Like, just playing against them. Like, we've played together since, like, 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to, like, get to match up on different teams.
Okay, good stuff. Hey, I want to do a couple more questions before we go to take a timeout. Listen, it has been frustrating, to see great teams not being able to see where things go. Obviously, we know a couple years ago with the COVID thing, I think you were undefeated. You made it to the state tournament, not able to compete. And, last year you guys fell short a little bit, I think, in the sectional final. Does that kind of drive you even more? Is there like an itch to get back there to finally do what you're supposed to do and be able to compete at the state tournament level? We'll start with Kamy and go to Lyric on that.
Yes, for sure. There's always that thought of, like, not being able to play, just, like, getting it taken away from you. Like, you never know what game's going to be your last. And we've talked about this at practice before, like, playing every game like it's your last and just competing because you never know what's going to happen. But, yeah, it's definitely something we still think about.
Okay, yeah, Lyric, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would agree. Like, just to not take it for granted. Like, going into, like, sophomore year, like, not getting to play at state. And then last year losing and, like, overtime in the sectional final game, like, 1 game away from state. Like, just to enjoy, like, every minute of it, enjoy the hard practices and, like, because obviously like our end goal is to make it to state and all, but still just to enjoy the moment and enjoy like the journey and the process. It's not necessarily just about the end goal.
Okay. All right, great stuff. Now, ladies, we got to take a 30, all right, because I got to read off some promos, got to pay the bills. So, Brett, tell the folks online to just chill, because we got some advertisements coming up here. First off, you like my shirt here? This is Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Get your team, club, or business name out there with Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They customize products specifically to fit their customers' needs. They've been family-owned for 20 years. They have the skills, they have the experience to customize your apparel, spread the word about your organization. So delivery service is also available. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or Cooney's 0922 at sbcglobal.net. And I want to let everyone know, as we do seemingly every week, Brett, we got a great deal going on with our digital subscription. I'm sure you know all about this. To not just the Post Crescent, but all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. For the next 6 months, you can get all the benefits included with the digital subscription for just $1. That's like the price of a Snickers bar, right, Brett? That includes full access on your desktop, tablet, mobile devices every day. Learn more details. Sign up for a digital subscription at postcrescent.com/subscribe. Not even done yet, girls. We have some other stuff going on. First off, are you Packer fans? Lyric, do you like the Packers?
I mean, yeah, I'm not.
You can be honest. If you don't like them, please tell me.
No, yeah, I'm just not a huge
Okay.
football. But
How about for you, Cami?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
watch them.
Can't stand them. Bears fan. But I got to co-host a Packers show with that guy right there, Brett Christopherson, and Jim Rosandick also helps out on the production. You know who Marquez?
Marquez.
I don't know. They're Packer players. Valdez Scandling is? He's our co-host. He had to take over for Alan Lazard, but he's a great guy. I ain't going to lie. As a Bears fan, I'm telling you, he's a good guy. But he's our co-host every Monday, 6:30 p.m., right across the street, basically, over at the Paper Valley Hotel. We host the Clubhouse Live that's inside the Paper Valley and the Clubhouse Sports Grill. Every Monday, 6:30 p.m. It's completely free. You get to meet all your favorite Packers. I mean, who's your favorite Packer?
I'd say Devontae Adams.
He's been on our show a couple times, right?
Twice.
Exactly. So we had Amon Green on last Monday, old Packer guy coming on. So please come. It's free. That's the most important thing I want to relay to everyone. Come on down. You get to boo me. It's a whole lot of fun. Hey, podcast. Brett, earlier today, we taped our podcast, the R&B show. We talked about you ladies at length. We kind of did like a basketball preview of the area of the Fox Valley. It's the only podcast dedicated to high school sports in the Fox Valley area. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, anywhere you get your podcast, really. So please check that out, the R&B show. And our live stream now. We're going to be live streaming you ladies eventually, very soon, right, Brett? But this Friday, we have our first one. It's the boys, Appleton East at Nina. That's our first live stream, basketball live stream of the winter season. 7:15 p.m. Approximately
Yep.
this Friday. Where can they find that, Brett, again?
Postcrescent.com, our Facebook page, our YouTube channel. Both
Okay.
the teams ranked in the top 10.
Okay. My next promo, Twitter. Now, we talked about Twitter before. You want to give out your Twitter accounts? You can if you want. Cami, go ahead.
Sure. Cameron_2022.
Okay. How about you, Lyric?
And then mine's Lyric J44.
Okay. I'm at PC Ricardo. Brett's at PC Brett C. Rosie's at Metal Rosie. By the way, folks, for those people out there, my name's not PC. It's Ricardo. PC is Post Crescent. So you don't know how many times I get called PC, and I'm not PC. That's just the Post Crescent. But okay, just want to let everyone know that. Shout outs, end of the show. Very important. I want you ladies to not forget anybody, because they tend to get mad at you. So be sure you send out some love to who got you where you are today. Okay, just be thinking about that. Okay, second half. We'll start off with an online question, Brett. Go ahead.
Biggest fan for both. What do you do outside of practices to get better at basketball?
Woo. Yeah. So we'll start with Lyric.
I would say obviously like just get in the gym, like a lot of mornings before school, like I'll be in the gym like with Cam or Cal or with other people, just getting shots up, just working on the game outside of practice, and then just working hard in practice as well.
Okay. How about for you, Cami?
Yeah, the same. We work out in the morning sometimes together. But also I'd say we get together as a team sometimes. We do like some book studies a little bit, and just to build that team chemistry outside of practices.
Before we go back to online, how can I join the Rainey Wilson fan club? She's a freshman, Brett. We had a great freshman last year for Nina Zabel. This Rainey Wilson, she's some kind of player, huh? What can you tell me about her, and how great is she going to be? And this is where you kind of give your teammates some love here. We'll start with Kamy and go to Lyric on that.
Yeah, she's really, really good. It's definitely really awesome to be able to just drive and kick out to someone who can just knock down shots. Yeah, and like you said, she's a freshman, so she's only going to get better, which is really, really cool. And I've enjoyed being able to mentor her as a senior, and she's a freshman, because she's going to have to step up and be a leader these upcoming years. So, yeah.
Lyric, how about some thoughts from you? And remember, you guys were in her position not too long ago. Does that also kind of make you relate in that way?
Yeah, I would say it definitely does. Like, I can see where she's coming from. And like what Cam said, like, I love being able to just be like a small part of like her journey and like able to help her along her way, because she's obviously going to go really far. Like, obviously she's super good. She's super humble. She's super down to earth. Like, talking to her, super nice kid, but works super hard in practice. So. Okay.
Brett, what do you have from online?
Polar Bear fan, I think this is for Kamy. How do you like playing with your sister? Another sister question.
Your sister Callie,
Yeah.
She's a sophomore now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had a great freshman year as well. What can you say about that?
No, I love playing with her. I feel like there's just a different connection with her being my sister that we have on the court. I can just read her without even like saying anything, or just we just have a different connection, and I've really enjoyed playing with her in high school, and hopefully maybe in college, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my job. I'm trying to recruit. I'm trying to.
Okay, now I got to ask, and sometimes when you play with your siblings, I mean, does she get a little annoying? Is it one of those things? I mean,
yeah, there's times, but I mean, that's what siblings do.
Okay.
But we get over it, and at the end of the day, we're still sisters, so.
I just wanted you to admit it. All right, Brett, you have something else from online?
Two, from FVA fan and biggest fan. It's kind of the same question, but FVA fan wants to know any words of inspiration to a young player who wants to be like you one day. What would you tell young kids getting started?
That's a great question, one of my questions. But yeah, we'll start with Lyric on that.
Well, we had to talk to like the youth earlier, and like Maggie, one of our teammates who's also senior captain, had like really good words that I agree with, and she said like just enjoy like the hard practices, enjoy like every minute of it. It goes really fast, so like just know in the moment you're getting better, like you're playing with your best friends, like these are memories you're gonna have for like the rest of your life. So just enjoy it. Was mainly.
Okay, Kamy?
Yeah, I'd say just take every opportunity to get better. Get in the gym, talk with your teammates, and just, like Lyric said, just have fun. That's the biggest thing. Just enjoy it.
Okay, did you see you had a second part of that question, Brett, or no?
It was just two people kind of asking the same thing.
Let's get to rituals and superstitions. This is one of my favorite questions. Now, hopefully you guys, because we've had some bizarre ones so far this season, do you do anything specifically special? And the more bizarre, the better, Kamy.
I wouldn't say it's anything like bizarre, but I have to be the last one to make a shot before we like go into the huddle before a game.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Brett, is that a little bizarre? Is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Seems normal to me.
A little bit. How about for you, Lyric?
I would say I'm not like superstitious about anything.
Okay.
I guess I probably always have like a peanut butter sandwich before a game, and we always do like a team dinner as a group.
Okay.
Like before home game, like a parent will bring in food for that, so we do that before every home game.
Is there one preferred parent, perhaps? Look at me looking for dirt. Is there any one parent that you kind of really look forward to them bringing in food?
No, I think all the parents do really well.
Okay.
Like, it's super nice that they all bring in food.
Very gracious answer.
Yes.
I like that. Kamy, did you have something to say?
No, and we like, if someone doesn't know what to bring, they like ask the team. So like, it's kinda, like,
You can't lose.
Yeah, really
Gotcha.
grateful that we have that.
Okay, good stuff. Brett, you have something from online?
Nothing.
No?
Probably Fazoli's breadsticks, all that stuff, right? Yeah,
Okay, let's talk about Coach
Fazoli's.
Radka. Obviously, a Hortonville legend, as we all know. What can you tell me about her? Obviously she's very young for a coach, so she kind of probably relates to you guys in some ways. It wasn't too long ago that she was playing. What can you tell me about her that maybe people might not know? We'll start here with Kamy and go to Lyric on that.
I feel like people know this, but she's really intense.
Yes. Okay.
But no, she's a great coach. I've loved being able to learn from her. She's taught me so much. But just how much she cares about the team and like everyone. She's always looking to like pull the best out of people. Like she knows what people are capable of, and if they're falling anywhere short of that, she's on them, and I just love being able to play for her.
Okay, Lyric, what else can you tell us?
Yeah, I would add to that, like, everybody sees how intense she is. Like, you can tell coaching, she's very into it. She's very intense. Like, she'll get in your face, she'll yell at you. But you know it comes from, like, someone that cares. Like, it comes from, like, a point of love. And, like, outside of it, like, we go to her house. Like, she's super nice. Like, I would go to her if I had any problems and stuff. So, like, you don't really see that side of her per se in, like, practice or games. But you know, like, outside of it that she does care. So that's something that not everybody would maybe see or know.
Here's a side thing to that question. It's not on the sheet or anything. I'm just curious because as an athlete, I actually like getting yelled at. That made me work harder, I guess. Do you prefer coaches that are a bit yelly or ones that are really kind of quiet, Kamy?
No, I definitely say I like when coaches get on me because I know they're doing it because they want me. They know I can be better and they want me to be better. But yeah, definitely yelling at me.
Okay, how about for you, Lyric?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, you're going to get way more out of it if they're, like, focused. They're yelling. Like, they're yelling because they care. They're trying to, like, help you. Like, they're giving criticism because they care. Like, you know it's, like, bad when they're not saying something to you and they're just ignoring you and then you're not getting better. So I would say definitely yelling.
Good stuff. That's an interesting question. You got to make sure I ask that question for all of our athletes from now on. I'm always curious about how they react to certain coaching styles. Brett, did you have something?
Got a few more. First biggest fan wants to know what's your best basketball memory.
Ooh, here we go. We'll start with Lyric and go to Kamy on that.
Oh, jeez.
Well, if you don't have one, we can go to Kamy first. Unless she. Okay, sorry. She served you up there.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't know. There's a lot of them. Like obviously, like the Germantown game, like playing in that game was a lot of fun. Like playing at state my freshman year, like that was cool to play on that big of a stage. Like obviously when I signed and like committed, that was like a big deal. But I would say like there's like multiple events. Like I wouldn't just say there's one like that sticks out to me per se.
Okay, Kamy?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. There's definitely multiple state committing, but there was just one game my sophomore year, I believe. We played Appleton East. We were down like 20 at half, and just the way we fought back, and we ended up winning by like 10 plus points or something like that. So that was just a really fun game to be a part of.
Was Coach Radka yelling at halftime at that point? Do you remember? I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Brett, did you have something else from online?
Biggest fan again. Who do you look up to in the game of basketball?
Ooh, role models here. We'll start with Kamy. Go to Lyric.
I'd say Coach Radka.
Okay. Lyric?
Yeah, I definitely Coach Radka. Like she's been through it. She knows what it's like. So.
All right, good answer.
One more.
Both of them. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
This is a good one to end it on. FVA fan wants to know, the FVA is deep and talented. What are the keys for Hortonville to win the league title?
That was going to be my final question, but I have one more after that. But yeah, let's do that. Lyric, if you want to give me some keys. If Hortonville is going to be champs of the FVA, what has to happen?
Yeah, like what I've said like multiple times already, but like just playing to a standard, like being us, like every time we step out on the court and just focusing on the defensive end, like that's what we do every day in practice. That's like our identity. And so it starts on the defensive end, like taking pride in that, and that would lead to offense and stuff. So just focusing in on that and like just doing that every day in practice, competing every day in practice, and like that'll make the game seem way easier. And
okay. Cam.
Yeah, I'd just say showing up every single night, knowing like teams are going to be their best against us. And so, yeah, just being able to show up and compete every single night.
Okay. Now I have one more question before we do the shoutouts. I did want to get just what your next step is going to be and how much, the recruiting process a little bit and how you ladies chose your respective schools. We'll start with Kamy on this one because you're going to UW Milwaukee. By the way, I'm an alum, so great. Love to see that. What can you tell me about that? Why was UWM the right choice for you?
So I committed really early. I think it was this summer going into my sophomore year, I believe. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. There's just something. Every time I went there, like I went to camps there almost every year, and every time I'd come home from there, my parents would be like, "You seem happier when you're like come back from this camp than like other camps and stuff." So. It was actually after one of them camps that I had a conversation with my parents. They're like, you should just commit if you like it that much. Like, I was like, you're right. Like, it's been one of the easiest decisions I've made. And I knew I wanted to be close to home, so that was also a factor. And then, obviously, Macy McGlone's there.
Yep.
And getting the opportunity to play with her again, I can't wait to get out there with her.
Interesting stuff. Do you have a quick early major in? You got time.
I have no idea yet.
Okay, you got time. I was just wondering. Okay, and for you, Lyric, Eastern Illinois, home of Tony Romo, is or I should say the school of Tony Romo, that's your choice. And why was Eastern Illinois the good fit for you?
I would say, yeah, similar to what Cam said. Like, I just felt like the coaches, like, were a good fit with me. Like, meeting the players and stuff, like, they all were super happy. They loved it. Like, they loved the coaches. They didn't have anything bad to say. And it just felt like a family atmosphere, which is what I was looking for. I wasn't really concerned about, like, the school. Like, not, okay, I was concerned about the school, but, like, you're going there to play basketball. Like, I wasn't concerned, like, if it was, like, a high or, like, a flashy or they got a lot of gear or whatever. I, like, wanted the team in, like, that type of environment, and I definitely found that there. And actually, like, the head coach there, like, Coach Radka played under him at GB. So, like, they run the same systems. Like, they have the same offense. They run similar defense. So, like, coming in with that leg up, I feel like would help me as well, too.
Oh, so. Interesting stuff. Great stuff. How about early major, or that's still undecided for you as well?
Yeah, no, I want to major in bio because I'm looking to be a sports medicine physician.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Ooh, great stuff. Good stuff. Okay, hey, we're gonna wrap this up, Brett. We got shout-outs, and then that's the capper to the show. So now, what I'm gonna do, I want to start farthest to my left. I'm gonna have Lyric start, and then Cami, you're gonna finish it. So, Rosie, is it this camera that Lyric is looking at? The first one, right? So, go ahead. Don't forget anyone now, Lyric, okay? So this is your time to send some love out to people who got you where you are today. Go ahead, Lyric.
Okay, so obviously I got to start with my parents. Like, thank you guys for everything you've done and supporting me to get me where I am. Like, thank you to my teammates. Appreciate everything you've done. Thank you to my coaches, obviously Coach Radka. Thank you to any of the trainers that have worked with me, like Jordan and Drew. Really appreciate everything everybody's done. Thank you to my brother because he got mad at me when I didn't say that at my commitment. And, yeah.
Okay. All right, Cami, it's your turn. Don't forget anyone now. Liz did a good job.
Shout out my mom and dad. Thank you for everything you've done. Dad for putting in all the hours with me in the gym. Mom for staying home and watching the kids when Dad and I were traveling for AU. Coach Radka, my previous AU coaches, thank you. You've pushed me, you made me the player I am today. Jordan Johnson, recently been training with him, and he's definitely evolved my game immensely. And then my siblings, Callie, Carton, Calissa, Pilot, you guys, yeah, thank you. And then also my teammates. I love you guys, and I won't be able to do this without you.
All right. Great stuff. Great way to end it. You guys did a great job. So good stuff again. Again, big thank you to Lyric Johnson, Kamy Peppler. Thank you for being on the Varsity Roundtable show. Best of luck this season. Top-ranked team in Division I, according to WISports.net. Oh, so thank you so much, everyone. Hey, we won't be here next Wednesday, right, Brett? I'm going to be I'll be warm in the Florida Keys next Wednesday. So you guys going to have to wait another week till we come back with the Varsity Roundtable. But I just want to thank everyone again for tuning in. I want to send again thanks to Lyric, to Cami. Big thank you to Brett Christopherson and Jim Rosandick for holding it down on the production. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. 2 Wednesdays from now, we'll be back here with another edition of the Varsity Roundtable. Till then, everyone, have a great time, and we'll see you back here for another edition of the Varsity Roundtable.